Jurassic World sure was scary.
Who is it?
What are you doing?
I'm sorting out problems that you're not helping with.
What do you want me to do about it?
Maybe get a job. No, I've got a much better idea.
Right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, no, what's it? How'd that get there? Okay, oh, fuck. God damn it, fuck! I don't want to play any of these games. Fuck, what's this? Dino Crisis. I'm slipping it in like a penis, and hopefully it's about as fun as one. The Land Before Time was developed and produced by Capcom and released on the PlayStation during 1999, which was approximately 3 years after the creation of Resident Evil. And I have a feeling they were trying to ride the wave of success that Resident Evil and a film that was very popular in the 90s and onwards created. Allegedly. Because of this, it feels like a carbon copy of those older Resident Evil games, to the atmosphere, music, and the way your character moves and interacts with her environment. The only difference is, instead of the Walking Dead, you have friendly lizards / birds / who cares who want to nibble your perfectly formed buttocks and place many a kiss on your rosy cheeks. Upon starting the game, you'll be greeted with something similar to a 90s toy commercial. They came out of nowhere!
You're extinct!
Whoa! Now $9.99 at your local retailer. Game may not be suitable for children. Terms and conditions still apply.
Oh right, yeah, this is very...
Run left. Run left. Yo, come on, what are you in, Prometheus? Come on, run left. Run left! Ah, oh, you blew it. Well, that's just rude. Let's take a moment to talk about these cutscenes. For a majority of the game, the cutscenes will skip between our main character and her two espionage and intelligence team members, Rick and Gale.
Lizard?
That's no lizard. It's a dinosaur.
During some of these cutscenes, we'll be told to visit certain locations within the facility to turn the power back on or solve a puzzle. I'm surprised I managed to figure this out when you can't hear a word these people are saying.
Regina, it looks like this door leads to the port. Sorry, but I have a conscience. I'm taking you back now.
This becomes a problem later when some of the instructions are presented to you in the scene. I have no shame in admitting I used a guide whenever I got lost or couldn't hear for shit. This brings us on to our main character, who will be struggling to hear the most. Our leading lady goes by the codename Regina, and the game starts us off by explaining her mission, which is to safely capture the scientist Dr. Kirk, who was presumed dead over 3 years ago in an unexplained explosion. However, the data was false, as he is reported to be located at a top secret facility working on an experiment which is in the late stages of development. Judging by the front cover, I don't think things worked out the way he planned. Oh no. Once you've gotten used to the tank controls and found a few items that you can use on your mission, you find out from Rick that the facility's power is out. I wonder who's going to have to put it back on. I know that tank controls were a staple for the older Capcom survival horror games, and they work perfectly in my opinion, but some of the time they make Regina look fucking hammered. Is this the door? Oh, fudge. Where am I going? Who left this dog in here? I'm sick of this shit. Where did I leave my bottle?
That's disgusting.
Are you not the least bit surprised? Keep in mind that we have no idea what's on this island at the moment, and this chucklefuck shrugs it off like it's a regular day in the office. And here we're introduced with our first puzzle. Oh boy, what the fuck do I do? I'm sorry, ladies and gents, but I think this mission's a goner.
Isn't this facility meant to be run by scientists?
Ah well, now the power's on. Let's go out and see how Gale's doing.
Gale?
Oh no, it's happening, isn't it?
What do I do? Oh yeah, I have a gun. Shoot it. No. I'm a coward. I'm a coward. I'm sorry, Mother. Forgive me. This is something the first Dino Crisis does very well, setting up atmosphere. When you first hear that it's a survival horror game involving dinosaurs, you think, nah man, that sounds goofy as fuck. Until you play it as a 7-year-old and have reoccurring nightmares that you're running around in an empty facility from raptors, jeez! On a different note, I feel that this camera is kinda great for a survival horror game. You can hear the raptor, you know it's nearby because its footsteps are getting louder. You can't turn the camera to see where it is and have to manually approach death or flee from it. Another thing that took me by surprise was the dinosaur AI. You'd think that running away from them would equal safety. So naturally, you run through a door and feel that overwhelming rush of security wash over your sexy ass body. They can follow you through doors? Incredible! There are certain areas they can't follow you though, such as save rooms. You know it's a save room because this eerie music plays that begins to be a comfort. Whenever you hear it, you know you're safe, and it makes it hard to leave sometimes, especially if you're low on health, which is indicated when Regina starts to limp. So you dodge or kill a few dinosaur pals, solve a few puzzles by finding clues in memos left by presumed dead scientists, and eventually you'll be gifted with cutscenes which give you a few hints as to where the elusive Dr. Kirk may be hiding. Okay, calm down. Just stand back and shoot. Everything will be fine. No, this is fine. We're using this. You've been eaten by a T-Rex. Have some fucking painkillers. This brings us swiftly on to negative number 2. This motherfucker. Call this nitpicking, but I don't like how they handle the T-Rex. The main thing I dislike about this thing is how they turn it into a monster rather than an animal who kills to eat. By the way, I realise that if they didn't do this, it wouldn't be an antagonist of a game, but they could have dealt with it much better in my opinion. Again, this is probably me just nitpicking, but I swear to God this thing has a tracking device that allows him to lock onto and destroy every human being in a facility and can't be bothered to eat their corpses afterwards. It's like those dumbass scenes from Jurassic Park 3 or King Kong with a T-Rex has a big fucking meal in its mouth, but it sees a bunch of scrawny humans and it's all, hey, the script demands it, I'm gonna get you. The other dinosaurs at least have the common courtesy to eat your corpse when they kill you, but the T-Rex just, wait, what the fuck are you? Right then, Kiddlywinkles, can you tell me what this dinosaur is?
Velociraptor.
Very good. Now can you tell me what this dinosaur is?
Pterodactyl.
Well done. Finally, can you tell me what this dinosaur is?
Carnosaur.
No.
Allosaurus.
No.
I don't know.
You'll answer my fucking question!
Mummy.
Right, now we're all better, let's continue our search for Dr. Kirk. I'm sure some of you are wondering by now, what's so important about this guy anyway? Well, an agent called Tom was sent to investigate the facility undercover, but found Kirk alive and working on a super weapon. If you're wondering what happened to Tom, well, he left this mortal plane with a bad action hero trope.
Chew on this!
God rest his soul. Kirk's experiments eventually led him to create the third energy, which, and I'll try to simplify things here, creates a pocket of space-time from their timeline to match up with a pocket from the past, allowing dinosaurs to enter through mysterious wormholes that pop up around the facility. I may have got that wrong, I'm not a clever man. Getting to Kirk can elicit a mixture of emotions. It can be pretty chilling and tense at points, but for the most part it's fucking boring. Puzzles like this feel like they're getting in the way rather than making the game an exciting experience. I don't feel scared or threatened that something's going to get me, I'm just bored. Lifting boxes into the correct order isn't why I decided to play Dino Crisis. Clue is in the name. If you want to include puzzles in the game, that's fine, just make them exciting. Don't get me wrong though, I know I'm being pretty negative about the game, but it definitely has its good points. One of the great parts I respected was the choices you make with Rick and Gale. This is brilliant because it allows you to replay the game and take an entirely different route, seeing different character interactions and events. During either of these choices, you still end up finding Dr. Kirk, who's kind of a dick. I wonder what accent this evil scientist man is going to have. Place your bets.
To put it in terms that even you can understand.
How can it be anything else?
But if you think about it, you know who the true devil is.
You don't frighten us, English pig dog!
Eventually, we stop the third energy, watch Gale get crushed by a pipe and witness evil British man escape, and we're finally at the ending, which is also a multi-choice. Rick's ending allows Regina to hit Gale, who's adamant to finish the mission, whilst abandoning Dr. Kirk to die with the collapsing facility. Gale is knocked out and the whole party escape the island safely. Gale's ending has us pursue Dr. Kirk and get the job done like a professional. Gale passes away due to his wounds and Regina does something I think we've all wanted to do. Regina, Rick and Dr. Kirk escape the island, and Gale sadly doesn't make it with us. There's also a secret ending which I triggered on Rick's route. If you decide to follow Dr. Kirk instead of escaping the island, you can find him at the helicopter pad where he's attempting to escape. Regina does her thing and Rick and Gale run to the chopper, and we all make it off the island together. The happy ending. But of course, these endings wouldn't be a simple run in the park. It's been building up to this. We can finally put an end to the T-Rex. There's no real complexity to fending back this thing. All you do is stand, wait for it to get close and shoot it in the mouth with a grenade launcher. I mean, I guess it's pretty exciting and... Why is this happening? I don't understand what's going on. Am I dreaming? Am I dead? I hope I'm dead. Not because of this, it's just my life is an empty shell. Shoot it in the mouth 3 times and we're given the final cutscenes of the game. How do they hold up?
It's time to make like a tree and get out of here.
What?
And here we see the Tyrannosaurus Rex getting ready for the diving semi-finals, and oh, what a magnificent dive. The crowd goes wild.
End of the line for you, handsome. You're extinct! He's still after us!
What?
Well, there you have it, the endings to Dino Crisis. The game wasn't a miserable experience, I'd say it was more of a dull one. It definitely does a lot of things right though. As I mentioned earlier, the atmosphere is fantastic and makes a survival horror game about dinosaurs work. It's just a shame that the dinosaurs felt lacking. Can I recommend this game? Absolutely. If you're into survival horror games and want to play something from Capcom that isn't Resident Evil, then you'll probably get a kick out of it. In fact, it's one of the many games I'd like to see remade on current hardware. If you're looking to play a fun game about surviving on an island filled with dinosaurs, play Dino Crisis 2. Maybe I'll look into it in a little more detail. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Since this video took some time to make, I'm going to make a couple of shorter videos before making another long project so you can get some new content that doesn't take 5 billion months to make. If you want to follow what I'm doing outside of YouTube, follow me on Twitter. Please check out the credits in the description, as without these people the video wouldn't be what it is. Massive thank you to everyone involved. Much love, see you in the next video.